Hi, this is Camilla Blossom, and I'm excited to share about some flowers. I had the experience of reconnecting with one of my teachers, Maria Elise Campos Freer. She's been one of the 13 Indigenous Council of 13 grandmothers. And she's also been making flower essences in the Amazon. And I had an opportunity to reconnect with her and enjoy a workshop with her and her daughter, Julia, in Corbett, Oregon. And was able to connect with this flower through songs and dances and art. And so I want to talk about that a little with you, ways to connect more with the medicine of plants. If you don't know, I've been making flower essences since 2000, and lots of them in the Pacific Northwest, especially the Columbia River Gorge area. That's the Columbia River that separates Washington and Oregon State. I've also made a lot of essences in Hawaii, on Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island. Also Sedona, Mount Shasta, and a lot of different places that I've traveled. So this medicine to me is so profound and has been such an important healer on my path, even before I made them. When I went through childbirth and becoming a new mother, they were such a gentle and powerful support for emotional healing, mental healing, spiritual healing, changing beliefs, and just the evolutionary and growth we're going through. One of the things I really love about them too is they help us integrate any changes. So using flower essences in combination with any kind of healing, whether you're going for massage or somatic, physical, or you're doing psychotherapy, or you're having surgery, all the different ways of healing, we need to kind of integrate and shift our nervous system, kind of repair our nervous system and help us integrate within our spine, our nervous system, our physical body and energy body. So what I found is they're amazing for that. So used in combination with all different kinds of healing is like a perfect thing. And I've even had chiropractors share with me that they've used them before, during, and after sessions. And I actually do this with people too a lot and encourage that you can choose an essence to help someone open more to whatever therapy you're working with. If things are surfacing during the work, they can be really supportive to take them or put out a bowl of water and put some in there for the person during. That's been really powerful. And even when I do ancestor healing work, they can work that way on our ancestors, spirits. And then also right afterwards, sometimes things like chiropractor, for example, we can get an adjustment and it doesn't always hold. But what this chiropractor was saying and what I've experienced and seen is that if you take flower essences afterwards, after your treatment, of coming back into alignment, or your body being adjusted, or your spine, it actually helps hold, because it works with clearing the emotions that are creating the pattern in the first place. So they can actually help kind of the unraveling of what has kept your body off balance. So just to share a few of those things about flower essences, if you don't know. And then I want to share this this artwork, bring this up for you. And during the workshop, we were told to pick a flower essence to work with. And we were focusing on ones that were about the waters. So to me, the waters is such an important element to work with, because it is the healing of our emotions, our feeling nature. So working with flowers and trees, mushrooms, plants, all different growing things that are connected with the water element and the elementals can be really powerful healing. So this one came through, which is Ocean Amarelo. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that in Portuguese correctly, but so this plant is this beautiful white, a little creamy white colored. It looks a little bit like a snapdragon, having the kind of mouth throat to it. And so we danced together, we sang together, and then we were guided to just bring the energy of this flower, this plant, into our own energy body and really be with it during this workshop. And then we were told to paint the experience. And it was really interesting because it came in for me like super fast. To just go ahead and pick the blue and pick the gold yellow color and make it look like it's radiating out from this kind of central place, and then going in all directions. And there was even kind of a messiness to it, but also that water energy, some codes of light you can kind of see coming through, and then that beautiful yellow, like the sun. So it's almost like this energy of the sun, the solar, that fire warmth, and then the energy of the water is healing and movement and flow in all directions. And so this was what came through for that flower. And what was really fun was we shared then, and we shared by the flower we picked, so we could see other people's artwork or their painting and of the same flower that I picked. And so there was, I don't know, maybe 4 other people who picked the same flower, the Ocean Amarelo. And it was very fascinating because most of us chose the same colors, some of us very specifically the blue and the yellow. There was a certain flow to the pattern that was very similar. And there was just this magical alignment. And then when people described their experience, there was this wow, like reminder that the plants, when we take in their medicine, we infuse ourselves with their spirit through their flower essence. We receive that specific frequency, right? And those frequencies carry color, they carry energy, they carry quality. They can, we can actually sometimes feel like what's going on in the body. We may have movement in certain areas of the body, and just to allow that to come through. And so what was really amazing after that, we had grandmother Maria Lisi share and Julia share some of the healing properties of them. And when she was describing the healing qualities of this plant, she said that this flower, this plant, actually holds a strong energy in its core. So it's very much like holding space, holding that core energy. And then from that place, the energy goes off into all different directions. And so there's like a strong center, and then there's this sort of flow into, all different places and realms and things that you're involved with. And so it just felt like such a resonant description for what I got in this artwork and what I felt. And it was definitely second chakra, womb, creation energy. And it also reminded me how, I've been working with flower essences, as I say, for over 20 years, and working with a lot of people, helping pick, for clients, picking the best essence for them, but also creating formulas, which combinations, and really trying to get to like the bullseye, get to that place where you get exactly the one that they need right now or that you need right now. And in that moment, like I often experience with people like that, a big shift. Just being an empath, I can often feel what they feel when they first take it. And so I've had that experience of them taking the essence and just feeling, wow, like an energetic shift. And so the other piece I wanted to say about that was that this often we are picking an essence that is just like us. So it's a mirror, it's a reflection of our own energy. And so I felt that the Oshun Amarillo was really describing me in that moment and how I tend to be at this time in my life, very much holding a core space in my center and then going out in the different directions and the different work I do and the different things I have in my life. And different ways that I serve Mother Earth and Gaia at this time. So it was such a beautiful, like, yeah, that's you. So it helps us, getting an essence that is perfect for us. It's like, yes, this is a reflection of you. So you can even see yourself better. You can know yourself better and work with that plant or that tree or whatever it is that's helping, like, yeah, this is what you are. Like, let's even amplify it. And I guess the other piece about that is sometimes essences will come through that are more the opposite. They're like helping to pull us over into something new. Maybe there's a part of you that doesn't have much fire and much energy, passion, or that flow of excitement, or strong life force. So you might be called to work with sunflower or balsam root or some of the more fiery flowers in order to kind of activate more of that in your field. And so they really do bring that frequency in for us. And why I wanted to really share this was because there's a very special opening when you see how your songs and your dances and your art is bringing through the expression of the plant, the flower, the tree, the fungi that you're working with. And from having made essences for a really long time, I've noticed this message again and again that the flowers, the plants, they really want to express themselves through us. So part of what they're calling for is for us to be working with them, whether that's flower essences, herbs, homeopathy, food, gardening, farming, meditating with them, being in nature, right? All of these ways to connect. But that there's such a powerful and beautiful and fulfilling quality to connecting with them and allowing ourselves to be channels and to hold that frequency of them, even use it to build our own frequency of magic, of nature, become more infused with nature, with that communion with them. And then also to carry that. Like for me, this flower was showing me how much I carry that. And so carrying this really strong core is so important as we go through all these changes. And it's really holding that frequency of my own frequency and then weaving it with this plant and helping me, but also broadcasting it to people around me. So recognize that we are affected by the energies around us. Of course, we're in an energy field always. But if we can hold energy of our own through our own practices, and let's say taking essences and working with plants, then we're carrying that frequency like we're a field of energy, like we're a crystal. We are crystalline. Like as a crystal, we're broadcasting these frequencies out in the world. We're radiating them around to everyone we're with, to our family, to our community, and also to the land. So the grid system of the earth, of Earth Gaia, can also receive that medicine. So it's like expanding that Amazonian medicine into my home here in Vancouver, Washington. So, yeah. So I hope that was helpful for you to understand a little more about flowers and frequencies and that medicine and how powerful it is and how much it can, help the world just by working with it and help places. So if you'd like to explore flower essences more, I do have an online course called Flower Essence Magic. And there's a lot of journeying and working with the spirit of the plants and the flowers. I also work with the flowers, the flower essences, and that kind of medicine in my Patreon groups. So check those out. You can see my offerings at my website, camillablossom.com. Thank you. Have a flowery day.